Why does Bill Clinton go in to help her, and why does Obama support her and support Specter in Pennsylvania?
Obama has always been with the establishment. Let's remember when Joe Lieberman was being attacked in a primary when he was still a Democrat, Obama endorsed Joe Lieberman while the progressives were endorsing his opponent, who ultimately defeated him. Did Joe Lieberman remember this? No, he campaigned against Obama in the presidential election. But Obama has consistently gone to the center side. Bill Clinton, of course, is even more of a centrist. And this is their philosophy. He might well have stayed out of the race, but the worst thing that happened was not just the side he picked. The worst thing that happened was somebody in the White House taunting, after they lost, taunting the unions for wasting their money and an exercise in futility. You're picking a fight with your best friends, you're right. Gloating, and why do that? It's counterproductive because Obama has trouble with some unions already. The teachers' unions are all miffed at him because of this so-called race to the top, where they're pushing charter schools all over the place. Charter schools are deemed to be a largely anti-union movement, and there seems to be something almost self-destructive going on there, and I don't understand it, and I don't understand why basically progressive people with Obama, like Axelrod, permits this kind of thing to happen.
Well, we're going to be following that one up more. We'll talk more about national issues and national elections probably the next time we have you here. I want to shift to local right now. First, let's do the state, and then we'll do the city. On the state level, it seems like the Democratic Party is not really getting behind Pat Quinn. What's your take on the upcoming elections in the state?
Well, once again, it's foolish for the Democratic Party not to get behind Pat Quinn, and I think they're going to come around eventually, because they need a governor of their party to deal with the remap after the census. It's almost suicidal to let Pat Quinn, who is in trouble, there's no question he's in trouble, but if the unions and the organization, the Madigan organization, withdraw support or don't go all out for Pat Quinn and elect that governor, apart from the fact that this Brady is a paleo-conservative that we don't want to see under any circumstances, not to have a governor of the Democratic Party at the time they're remapping can cost seats in both houses of the legislature. Yeah. So once again, you've got Democratic suicide at work here. It ain't a happy sight.
What about with the Senate race with Janulius and Kirk? Kirk may have kicked himself in the pants big time.
Yeah.
What do you think on that one?
I think that the race, the Senate race, if you'd asked me 6 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, I would have said Janulius is going to lose by 6 points. I think now that Kirk has proved to be, let's be quite realistic, a liar, a self-aggrandizing liar.
Yep.
Has at least evened the race, and if the Democrats come out, this is the big issue. If the Democrats come out, there is a normal 450 to 500,000 vote margin for a Democrat in Illinois. Given that we're going to lose many of them, if we can come anywhere near a normal turnout, we can lose some of those independents and afford to lose some of the independents, and maybe Janulius can pull it out by a couple of 100,000 votes, 150,000 votes. I'll take it by 10 votes. Once again, I'm hardly in love with Janulius. I voted against him in the primary myself. But he will vote with the Democrats in the Senate. And we can't afford to lose very many Senate seats without losing the Senate itself.
Yeah.
And it would be just humiliating to lose it. So I intend to hold my nose and vote for Janulius and hope that the demographics of the state of Illinois, now that you've kind of winged the Republican candidate and shown him to be, let us say, slightly imperfect, I think Janulius has the shot.
All right, let's go to the city here where we are watching the trial of our ex-governor as well as the trial of John Burge. Your take on those two things quickly, because we've got only a few minutes and I have one big question I'm going to ask you at the end.
Well, the Burge trial going on at the same time as the Blagojevich trial, as you and I talked about just before the show, takes the Burge trial somewhat out of the limelight. But I believe that the case against Burge is so strong that even without the attendant publicity, they are going to ultimately convict him of perjury and obstruction of justice.
This is John Burge, who is accused many times of torture.
Right, right. And Blagojevich, we have yet to see the case unfold. Some people are trying to make the case that because Blagojevich did not see any of the profits from these schemes, that the schemes never took place. But as we know from past events, you don't have to show a profit. They sent Robert Sorich to jail, Mayor Daley's patronage chief, without a dollar changing hands. And I believe that the government's case is strong, and we don't know. What we don't know is whether Blagojevich has managed to poison the jury pool, and there'll be somebody out there who will hold it out. But
well, his lawyer's been pretty interesting, kind of accusing him of being kind of backward on a number of things, and we'll see if that works. I'm going to ask you, Don Rose, in our closing moments of this edition of Live from the Heartland, will Mayor Daley run again? And if he does not, who would run against him? And what's your take on the mayoral situation?
Well, I think he will run unless his wife's health condition is such that he must stay home. And this we don't know the answer to. I think he wants to run. He can run. He does not have an opponent at the moment capable of knocking him over. I believe that the machine candidate, if he does not run, will be Tom Dart, and I think Tom Dart will be almost invincible.
Yeah. No other people emerging.
Rahm Emanuel, I'd vote for Tom Dart.
Okay, well, Don Rose, it's always great having you. Everybody, I want to thank the people who have made this show possible, from Evan West, Lisa Smith, Katie Hogan, Laura Herman, and Dwayne Laughlin. And I'm going to ask you all to do good in the world, because the world needs all the good that you do. And we're going to say all power to the people, and we're going to listen to our theme song. I thought we were going to get some more Mezcla, but here we go. It's been great having you on, and Don, and we'll see you again next time. Over and out from Live from the Heartland.
Next time.